Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, February the 26th of 2025. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, first cohort of youth parliamentarians sworn in. Senior MPs commit to mentoring them. Farmers on the Sister Isle still awaiting financial relief promised after Hurricane Beryl. Met Office issues advisory as Saharan dust affects Grenada. And PM tasked with CARICOM review of telecommunications. In regional news, GHRA warns against Guyana's involvement in U.S. deportation policy. While internationally, Ukraine PM says minerals deal agreed with U.S. Coming up in sports, countdown to the Charlie George Classic in full gear, meet set for the weekend, and Windward Islands women fall to Barbados in Region Super 50. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. 14 youth parliamentarians on Wednesday engraved their names in Grenada's history books as the first cohort of elected youth parliamentarians to serve in the Parliament of Grenada. Rosina John attended the ceremony.
It was a historic day at the Grenada Houses of Parliament as the first elected national youth parliamentarians were sworn in. These 14 young leaders were successfully elected in the recently held national youth elections and were tasked with an opportunity to represent the young people in their constituencies on a national level for the next 2 years. During the ceremony, they were presented with their assigned parliamentary portfolios and took the oath of office. The 14 young people also gave their maiden speech as official national youth parliamentary representatives. These young individuals are focused on making a difference in the lives of young people they will represent. GBN spoke to a few of the representatives outside of Parliament about what they will tackle first within their respective constituencies. First elected National Youth Prime Minister Joshua Andal said now that they have taken the oath of office, fulfilling the needs of their constituents is what he hopes can be achieved by the end of their 2-year stint.
So for my team, the next thing would be for us to go through the process that the Ministry of Youth would have first, which is to train us in capacity building, specifically pertaining to grant proposals and how to write specific grant proposals, so we'd be able to use the $5,000 that they would be allocating for us per year efficiently to the best way possible, so that we'd be able to carry out and create the initiatives that we want to do to have, the most impact that we can possibly have. And my first point of duty, now that I'm sworn in, would be to first of all develop, like I mentioned in my speech, to develop something similar to a youth council within my constituency, with individuals representing different parts of the constituency, the different villages and communities, so I'd be able to have not only a better understanding as to the different, I would say, difficulties, what they're facing, their struggles, but they would be able to help me assist in carrying out the specific projects that I like to carry out.
With a number of projects outlined in her maiden speech, Leader of the Opposition Amanda Japal George says she feels honored to be entrusted with such a responsibility and to be a voice for the voiceless.
Well, my first initiative actually happened already. I held an independence quiz in St. Andrew Southeast, and St. Giles actually came first. And so what I'm looking to do now is more leadership training, entrepreneurship, business training. What I did within my constituency is I made a note of the things that each village requires, because every village is different. So my initiatives would be tailored to suit the villages that I would be going in. So my first initiative would be mental health initiatives, mental health workshops, leadership forums, and empowerment for youth.
Parliamentary Representative for St. George South, Jonathan Mitchell, said today marked a very important milestone for him, indicating that he was a bit nervous at first, but quickly overcame it. Financial literacy will be his first point of duty.
But the most important thing I would say is this marks important time in the youth development, Grader's history in terms of having a youth election, and I'm looking forward to working along with my colleagues and working along with the Ministry of Youth and Sports and all the stakeholders so we can better the youth development within our country. The first thing I want to embark on is something small but effective. It's a financial seminar. So I have a guest speaker who is savvy in terms of the finance area, and she was living here and she moved abroad. So I want to have a seminar on that. I decided to have something like that first off because it's not too complicated to pull off as a first initiative, and we see the importance of financial literacy.
Establishing a network of young people in every polling division is the strategy Akim Bradley Williams, the St. George Northeast constituency representative, intends to use in achieving his goal.
Out of business, we want to start an initiative get towards promoting community, and those are going to take the form of videos. We want to do we call it St. George Northeast Community Builders Initiative. We want to promote small businesses who are taking the opportunity to create spaces for community still, because in spite of what's happening now, I still believe that these are the hubs that have still preserved some level of community development and places for interaction. We want to promote them, we want to incentivize them.
To help them in implementing projects in their constituencies, each parliamentarian will receive a community support grant of EC $5,000. Christelina John, GBN News.
Senior members of Parliament said they're ready to work along with the youth parliamentarians in achieving their objectives. Christelina John sought feedback following today's ceremony.
Leader of His Majesty's Opposition, who was present at Wednesday's swearing-in ceremony, Emmeline Pear, says being a product of what was then the Regional Youth Parliament, she is pleased to see the young people engage in something that augurs well for the future of youth in Grenada.
Say to young people, when you get those opportunities, don't take it lightly. Do your best, give it to your best. So I was really impressed with them this morning. Obviously, you could have told that they're passionate about the issues. You could have felt it. They not just come in and read a speech or present a speech, but they do care about issues affecting young people. At least those I heard, that's how I felt, that there was a passion, a connection, and this is excellent. And I do believe we support this because we've seen the journey and what it has done for many young people. I see young people now who are very actively in politics, actively involved in government, community, and these are young people who came through the National Parliament.
The opposition leader spoke to the institutionalization of the National Youth Parliament, a process she said started under the previous administration.
Now, as it relates to the institutionalizing of the Parliament, that's a separate thing. So you have what you call mock parliaments, and this is where you attempt to establish a system and operation where young people get to learn and develop experience, etc., patterning the National Parliament, right? So you use the standing orders, etc. But you move that now to another phase where you start moving it into an institution of itself. And I remember in our last term in government, there were legislation developed. Persons from legal affairs and otherwise would have contributed along with young people themselves to draft the legislation to institutionalize. So everything happening as the real National Parliament. So the elections and the participation and the passing of bills and so on, all of those were in the draft legislation.
Legal Affairs Minister and caretaker for the town of St. George, Claudette Joseph, gave the assurance that the present administration will follow through with legislation that will see the institutionalization of the Youth Parliament. Based on today's delivery from the 14 young people, she said it is clear that they are well poised to deliver.
And I can tell you that the next step is that we will pass legislation to make the Youth Parliament part of the laws of the land. And I want to say this, that the Youth Parliament, I think, first started somewhere in 2008 or 2007, thereabout. So it is not something new, and it is something that all administrations from its inception embraced and advanced. Like the fact that many of them have proposed already initiatives and programs that can form part of the national policy landscape.
Minister for Youth, Delma Thomas, said what stood out most for her is the interest being shown by the youth parliamentarian in addressing mental health, which is impacting a number of young people.
Government is committed to youth development, youth engagement, and having youth involved in every step of decision making. So their voices are very important in our policies. We do not want to make decisions for them, but we want them to be part of the process of the decisions that we are making for them. So they are the ones to say what are the issues that confront them and how together we can deal with those issues.
Christina John, GBN News.
Meanwhile, whilst the youth parliamentarians were being sworn in, not too far from the building, traffic was being severely disrupted on Lowthers Lane after a gravel and concrete truck experienced a mechanical failure. Nisha Paul has that report.
No injuries were reported in the incident, which unfolded just before 11 a.m. when several bolts holding the truck's barrel broke off, causing it to tilt and block the roadway. Motorists and pedestrians alike were forced to take alternative routes while authorities scrambled to clear the obstruction. When GBN News team visited the scene around 11:30 a.m., officials were actively engaged in efforts to rectify the situation, with support from Marshall Construction. Arthur Olivier, General Manager of Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation, shared some details into the unfortunate incident.
The truck was on its way to deliver some concrete to a client, and some of the bolts holding the barrel in place, some of the bolts busted. So because of the weight, some of the bolts busted on one side, so the barrel tilted to the other side. The driver we have is pretty experienced. He's been driving truck for many years, and so that is why he was able in this situation not to panic, and as you see, pull the truck on the side and stop, to avoid any further problems or damages.
GBN spoke with a representative of Marshall Construction who was attempting to traverse the area when the incident occurred and stopped to assist with traffic control.
The moment I flashed wrong here and I saw the situation, I was attempting to pass, but then I realized it's unsafe, so I stopped the traffic. All we do, we assist to get the traffic flowing. The whole interest is to just get it into a safe position.
Meanwhile, Olivier affirms that the company has a strict maintenance schedule, ensuring that its trucks are regularly brought into the garage for full servicing.
Like the bolts holding down the barrels, that are checked pretty regularly. But like everything else, they have a lifespan. So after the years, and concrete, the weight, after a while they get weak. So now that this has happened, this is a eye-opener for us to do full change on all the bolts holding down, that kind of thing. We should start ordering the bolts, because the bolts are not regular bolts you could go by ace and buy. It's high potential bolts, so we will start ordering the bolts and do a full change out on all the trucks.
The team were able to get the situation under control and ease up the flow of traffic just after 12 p.m.
We came to assess the situation. When we came, we decided the best thing was we tried to get it back up and get it to the yard. So we sent for the loader came, stabilized it a bit. We're also trying to get as much of the concrete out as possible to ease up on the weight and then take it back to the yard.
Reporting for GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Thanks, Nisha. We can tell you the debris has been cleared and the truck has been removed from the roadway and is scheduled to undergo repairs. While on the topic of disruptions, to facilitate system recharge, consumers that are served by the Concord water system will experience an interruption in their water supply from 8 o'clock p.m. tonight, Wednesday, February the 26th of 2025, to 5 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday, February the 27th, 2025. The Concord water system serves Concord, Brooklyn, Woodford, Perseverance, Brazan, Happy Hill, Beausejour, Cherry Hill, Grand Mall, Fontenoy, River Road, Mount Gay, and the entire town of St. George. Affected consumers are encouraged to collect and store water in clean, covered containers prior to the scheduled interruption in supply. While the network will be reopened at 5 o'clock a.m., NWASA advises that consumers in elevated areas may receive a supply within 2 hours thereafter. Farmers on the Sister Isle are still awaiting for financial relief promised after Hurricane Beryl. Disbursement has been delayed for more than 5 months. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Some farmers in Carriacou and Petit Martinique are yet to receive their Hurricane Beryl income support, a promise made to them more than 5 months ago. The assistance pledged by the government of Grenada following the passage of Hurricane Beryl was intended to help farmers recover from significant losses caused by the storm. However, despite assurance, many say they are still waiting for the much-needed financial relief. Diana Isaac, Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, says farmers who have not received their support will receive their payment soon.
The farmers still need some assistance. I know on behalf of the ministry that they are waiting for the Beryl income support, many of them, but our minister has given a commitment that the persons who have not yet received the Beryl income support, the farmers and fishermen, will be paid in the coming months. So all in all, what we need in Carriacou and Petit Martinique is hands on deck.
Isaac disclosed that the ministry is gearing up for the official opening of the Windward Fish Market this week.
In terms of Windward Fish Market, I can say that we're looking to a February 28th official opening. The work is going on now to have it completed so we can have a nice opening ceremony, official opening ceremony. So the fishermen in Carriacou and Petit Martinique will have a new facility where they can conduct their business, get ice and other amenities as they continue their trade.
Rena Pierre-Thomas, GBN News.
And coming up, the Met Office issues advisory as Saharan dust affects Grenada. Stay with us.
Attention Grenadians, get ready for an exciting weekend of empowerment and inspiration under the theme Accelerating a Transformed NDC. Delegates, party members and special invitees will partake in the NDC Convention 2025, Sunday, March 2nd at the Happy Hill Secondary School. After the convention, everyone is invited to our sensational rally at the Beausejour playing field starting at 4 p.m. Be inspired by our distinguished guests. Hear from Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt of Dominica, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre of St. Lucia, and our very own political leader and Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, and more. Organize your transportation and walk with your flags, bandanas, drums, shells, whistles, and head down to Beausejour to be part of the transformation.
Cause I believe in the truth, and I just wanna live good.
Paying is faster and easier with Blow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/FastPay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details. along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Blow, keeping you connected.
Unlocking opportunities, Excel leads the way in digital advancement every single day. Fair internet access for all to share. Transparent billing with consumer care. Excel through the EC bill, safeguarding our rights. Net neutrality, consumer protection shining bright. Mobile number portability available to you. Switch providers seamlessly. Keep the number true. Excel through the EC bill, promoting fair play in the digital world. Every single day, affordable services are important for all. Through the EC bill, there'll be progress overall. Excel and the NTRCs connecting our communities.
Excel and the NTRCs digitally transforming our space together.
Attention all track and field fans, the race is on and history is being made. On Saturday, March 1st, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive yet again for the Charlie George Classic. We honor a true stalwart of Grenadian athletics, Mr. Charles A.R. George, the longest serving president of the Grenada Athletics Association. Watch the best of the best go head to head in sprints, distance races, field events, and thrilling relays with top clubs like 473 MVP, Ace, Fusion Athletics, Velocity Track Club, St. David's Track Blazers, and more. The excitement kicks off at 10 a.m., so be there early. Witness the speed, the strength, and the passion of Grenada's finest athletes. This is more than a meet. It's a legacy in motion. The Charlie George Classic, Saturday, March 1st. Be there.
It's the anticipated moment of the season, going down on Friday at 8 p.m. The wait will soon be over. The ultimate soca champion will be revealed exclusively here on GBN. The energy is phenomenal. Gather your crew and the cooler and hit the GBN channel for the ultimate soca champion final. GBN Television, feel the energy.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the event of the year, March Madness Mega Bingo. Grenada, get ready, because on Sunday, March 2nd, Monrouge Plainfield comes alive from 5 p.m. Get ready for a night that will make you jump out of your seat, because you can win up to $100,000 in cash. Yeah, you heard right, $100,000 in cash. And that's not all. We're hosting 10 thrilling games with a prize of $5,000 each and 5 heart-pounding games with a whopping $10,000 each. Whoa! Act fast and secure your tickets now at $60 for one or $100 for two. Free buses will be available. Sunday, March 2nd, Megaforce presents the March Madness Mega Bingo.
Grenada National Folk Group, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, proudly presents Iconic Moves and Melodies. Yes, man! Iconic Moves and Melodies. A heartfelt tribute to the legendary Miss Shirley Robinson. Mark your calendar. Saturday, March 1st, 2025 at the Grenada Trade Center, starting at 5 p.m. Immerse yourself in an evening of vibrant folk songs, classical songs, Negro spirituals, patriotic songs, captivating poetry, and mesmerizing dance performances as we we honor Miss Shirley Robinson, a true pioneer of Grenada's cultural heritage. You'll also get the chance to have a meet and greet with Miss Shirley Robinson. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $25 for children. Iconic moves and melodies, a celebration you don't want to miss. Join us Saturday, March 1st at the Grenada Trade Center. Let's honor the legacy, celebrate the culture, and make it a night to remember.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The Meteorological Office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport is advising the public to be cautious of a wave of Saharan dust that is presently impacting Grenada. According to forecaster Stasia Johnson, satellite imagery and model data indicate the Saharan dust levels elevated on Wednesday, with fluctuating intensities throughout the week.
A thick plume of Saharan dust is making its way across the Atlantic, carried by the strong winds from the Saharan deserts in North Africa. We're expecting concentrations to increase today and to continue for the remaining of the week. The weekend should be a bit more clear, and we're expecting moderate to potentially dense haze at times. We are asking persons with respiratory illnesses to take precautions, persons that are going out to sea to be cautious as there might be reduced visibility at times.
Residents are urged to limit outdoor activities, stay hydrated, and keep windows closed to reduce exposure to the dust particles. The Met Office will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as needed. The contract was signed on Wednesday for the construction of a new facility that will be the St. Andrews Anglican Primary School. More in this report.
On October 13, 2023, approximately 9 classrooms at the St. Andrews Anglican Primary School, which was located at Progress Park in St. Andrew, were gutted by fire. This led to displacement of students and staff while an alternative location was sought. On Wednesday, at the Ministry of Education's conference room, the signing of a contract for a new school took place. Acting principal of the St. Andrews Anglican Primary School, Mrs. Jennifer Rodney Lewis, today breathed a sigh of relief as the nightmare of moving from one location to another and yet another will soon end.
So the process of the project going forward, in every contract you have a mobilization period where we now go about and get ready to get to the site, handing over the site, sword breaking ceremony, and so forth. As I said, it's a team, the ministry, the project team, along with us now as a partner in the team for executing the work. I try to explain to people what a contract and a contract is. The consultant designed the buildings, the project managers manage the client process, and with the messengers, deliver the message and try to deliver it in a timely manner and as accurate as the designer designed it.
Dr. Anselm Latouche, founder of Creative Designs and Construction, was awarded the contract for the construction of the new institution. Latouche said at Creative Designs, they pride themselves in delivering quality and standards.
Well, from looking at the school structure, the first thing I'll tell you is a quite nice modern building, something different. For us, we love doing new things. It's get our adrenaline going because, when you are artists, you're trying to deliver something. New things get you going, right? And you want to see it come to the end. And the general facility, the accommodation for the students, you could see mass improvement from the difference in when perhaps we did the learning resource at TAMCC in the 90s, early 90s. So I could see the improvement in the internal environment and the learning environment.
The students who will enjoy the comfort of a new learning environment expressed their thoughts.
Happy. Even though I mightn't be there when the school is built, I am glad that the other children will get a bigger, better, and more comfortable facility to learn. Everything is just so nice. And it's bigger, it's better. The outside looks nice. When you come in, you just have to say, wow, that school looks very nice.
From moving building to building, it was kind of challenging because first of all, we had to move from Grenville to Progress Park, which was kind of challenging because some other children, they had to, like from moving building to building, they'll have a longer distance to go to school. And when the school burned down in Progress Park, I felt sad that some books were burned and that some good furniture were burned. And also, again, children had to have more long distance coming up in telescope, which caused some to transfer. And now that we are having a new school, I felt very great that we had to go back in Grenville.
Christina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, together with the Premier of Bermuda, Edward David Burt, have been tasked with working along with CARICOM Chair Mia Motley Amore to determine how the Caribbean region can benefit from the use of international apps and streaming platforms.
Prime Minister Mitchell will take responsibility with the Premier of Bermuda, David Birch, for a review of the telecommunications environment. Many of us use WhatsApp, Netflix, all of these things for which there is little or no payment. But the reality is that these entities earn, and I'm not only talking about CARICOM member states, but I'm talking also about Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. We were informed by the CPSO, Caribbean Private Sector Organization, that they earn as much as $11.6 billion a year, and they pay no taxes. There is no contribution in any way to the regional economy. And at the same time, the absence of revenue to the telecommunications firms mean that at the very time that we need to be looking at reinvestment in making our telecoms infrastructure sturdier, it is not there.
The announcement by the chair follows a comprehensive review of the telecommunications environment conducted by the Caribbean Private Sector Organization, or CPSO, which revealed a number of findings, including higher telecommunications costs for smaller states within the region.
We are in the stage of exploration, and Premier Birch and Prime Minister Mitchell will work with me as chair to be able to put the community in a position to be able to better level the playing field, to ensure that there's fairness to the consumer, fairness to the provider, and a competitive environment, because we are conscious that Caribbean, as a small region of small states, has higher telecoms costs than we would normally like to see as compared to other regions.
Still to come, CARICOM Food Security Initiative extended. Details will be returned.
Right Choice Promotions, in association with Investment Migration Agency of Grenada, together with our Riser Credit Union, presents the inaugural Virgin Parish Relay Meet. This is the real Mini Olympics, Saturday, March 8th. Lassages playing field in St. David. Relay action featuring the top clubs and schools from across Grenada, competing for cash prizes and more. Come see the nation's best athletes as they prepare for Intercall and Carifta Games 2025. First call to action is at
2 o'clock in the afternoon, featuring live entertainment and excitement in the tug-of-war competition. Admission $10 adults, $5 children. Come to Virgin Parish, St. David on Saturday, March 8th for the Virgin Parish Relay Meet. Come share in the excitement and speed and see you there.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Get value you'll love only at Courts. With huge savings on select mattresses, mobile phones, and TVs. You'll also love our new arrivals in furniture and appliances. Plus, when you shop, get a chance to win great prizes. So come in, shop today, and pay later with Courts Ready Finance. Get value you'll love only at Courts. Bringing value home. Offer ends February 24, 2025. See store for details.
Yo, Grenada. This is your boy, Mr. Clean John. Today, I am at Nick's Barrel House. Come to take over to give you all the best pina colada ever in Grenada. Hey, I got my coconut cream, and now I got my Freedom coconut. The only thing that's missing now is my pineapple juice.
Let's make a pina colada. First we add our ice,
You walk with your woman.
amazing coconut cream, rhythm coconut, and then pineapple chunks and blend.
Welcome to this party. You and your crew. Passenger ready. What we go do?
Garnish with grated nutmeg and serve. Do enjoy.
Plus the Grenada #1 rum.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Uncertainties in global trade and the devastating impact of natural disasters have prompted an extension of the CARICOM 25 by 2025 Food Security Initiative. Originally set to reduce the region's $6 billion food import bill by 25% by the end of 2025, the target has now been pushed to 2030, with new goals added. The announcement was made by His Excellency Dr. Irfan Ali, CARICOM's lead on agriculture and food security, during the 48th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government in Barbados. Dr. Ali acknowledged the progress made under the initiative, but highlighted the severe impact of Hurricane Beryl on the region's agriculture sector, along with ongoing global supply chain disruptions.
In relation to our 25 by 2025 program, as you know, this program was crafted during COVID, just before COVID, during COVID. And since then, we have made significant progress. If you look at from 2022 to the end of October, November 2024, we would have had about a 24% increase in food.
To address these challenges, he said CARICOM has established a holistic framework aimed at building a resilient, sustainable, and competitive food system with a strong focus on youth and women participation. The implementation of the CARICOM Agri-Food System strategy in member states is expected to help give special attention to priority crops and products such as poultry, corn, soya, and meats being goat, sheep, and beef, including also other things such as rice and niche vegetables, which are highly imported products in the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development will host a consultation session for private security companies regarding the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, or CSME, Skills Qualification Certificate, and its implications for regional movement. This session is scheduled for Monday, March the 3rd, 2025 at the Public Workers Union Building in Tantine, St. George, starting at 1:00 p.m. The meeting aims to facilitate the establishment of a national registration body that will manage applications from security officers seeking the CSME Skills Qualification Certificate. The CARICOM Single Market and Economy is a crucial component of Caribbean regional integration. It includes mechanisms like the Skills Qualification Certificate, which allows certain categories of CARICOM nationals, including private security officers, to move freely between member states for employment without the need for a work permit. Stay with us. We'll have sports up next.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
It's the anticipated moment of the season, going down on Friday at 8 p.m. The wait will soon be over. The ultimate soca champion will be revealed exclusively here on GBN. The energy is phenomenal. Gather your crew and cooler and hit the GBN channel for the ultimate Soca Champion Final. GBN Television, feel the energy.
Good evening, sports fans. Windward women lost to Barbados by 56 runs today in the second match of the CG United Regional Super 50 tournament. Winning the toss and opting to field as they did in their opener, Windward reduced Barbados for 181 all out. Similar to the exploits in match 1, Windward struck early, reducing Barbados to 2 for 9. They were eventually all out for 181, setting Windward 182 for victory. Leg spinner Afi Fletcher followed up for game 1 fiver with figures of 2 for 37. In reply, Windwards were off to a tantalizing start. They had 56 runs on the board after 7 overs. However, with wickets falling at intervals, the end came rather quickly as they were bowled out for 125 in 30 overs. Ashleen Edward, who's 31 along with Afi Fletcher's 29, were the main contributors with the bat. Meanwhile, in a major boost for West Indies cricket, prime ministers across the Caribbean are rallying behind an initiative that will generate nearly $100 million for the sport over the next 10 years. Robert Washington, CEO of Caribbean Cage, revealed this development during an interview on the Mason and Guest cricket show in Barbados on Tuesday night. The initiative stems from a historic 10-year partnership between Cricket West Indies, or CWI, and Caribbean Cage, a leading gaming and sport betting operator. The agreement, which was signed in December 2024 and takes effect on April 1st, 2025, is also expected to generate $158 million for governments in the region. Washington has emphasized that sustainable revenue is crucial for the growth and competitiveness of West Indies cricket on the global stage. The funds will be generated through regulated gaming operations, including sports betting and virtual sports betting, which will be conducted within a controlled, geo-fenced environment. Washington also pointed out that the Caribbean has long suffered from unregulated, untaxed gaming operations that provide no financial benefits to cricket or local governments. Organizers are fine-tuning for the Charlie George Classic. The meet is set for this weekend at the Cranny James Athletic Stadium that will start at 10 a.m. The meet forms part of efforts by the GCA to recognize some of the stalwarts of the sport.
One of the things that are responsible for that, the Grenada Athletic Association, over the years, have had what you call mini-meets. We used to have 3 mini-meets starting from September, but from last year, we have increased it to 5. And what we have done also significantly is that we have named some of these meets, 3 of those meets, of some of our stalwart of the past. So, for example, we have named one the Neville Green Classic. Neville Green was one of our outstanding coaches responsible for bringing out athletes like Rondell Bartholomew, Nisha Bernard, and so on. And we also have we had the Adrian Mitchell, who he's now deceased and he's no stranger. He's a household name in Grenada, one of the best sports ministers in Grenada. And then we have coming up.
That was Conrad Francis, president of the Grenada Athletics Association.
Well,
Well, yes, March 1st, we host the Charlie George Classic. It's one of the meets in recent times that we've started to do two things: honor some of our stalwarts in athletics, as well as create additional opportunities for students, athletes, to compete and better their chances of qualifying for the Character Games and many of the other regional championships.
PRO of the GAA is Kwame Hippolyte. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. The Guyana Human Rights Association, or GHRA, has voiced serious concerns over reports that Guyana is in discussions to receive deportees from Africa and Asia who are currently residing in the United States. More in this HGP-TV report.
The Guyana Human Rights Association, GHRA, has cautioned the government against entering into any agreements that could implicate Guyana in what it described as the quote-unquote brutal exhibitionism of the United States deportation system, which is disproportionately targeting people of color. While acknowledging the complexity surrounding U.S. immigration policies, the GHRA emphasized that the current crackdown appears to disregard legal protections, including temporary protected status, which allows individuals to reside and work in the U.S. while the asylum applications are processed. The organization condemned the ongoing deportation efforts, stating that they reflect a blatant disregard for human rights, legal protections, and
the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is refuting claims of a financial investigation into Erla Harewood Christopher. TTT News has the details.
Acting Commissioner of Police Junior Benjamin is refuting reports that the police service is looking into financial transactions of suspended Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher. The acting top cop denied the allegations at Tuesday's police media briefing.
I want to emphatically state that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is not conducting any investigation into Commissioner's Erla Christopher's financial records. I have asked all persons concerned, have done all the necessary investigation, speaking to my senior officers, both in the white collar, the ACP white collar, as well as the DCP INI, and it is absolutely clear to me, and I want to make it lucidly clear, that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is not conducting any such investigation.
The acting police commissioner is asking journalists to be more responsible in their reporting, particularly in relation to sensitive matters.
We all know that this is a very sensitive matter, and therefore we are asking that greater consideration be given, especially as we seek to deal with this matter more professionally and with a great level of integrity. We want to advise the public at this time that if you need any further investigation or update as it relates to any investigation concerning the TTPS, we have the Corporate Communication Department that will update you and give you all accurate information so that in the future you will not be so misled.
Ukraine and the U.S. may be close to agreeing on a rare minerals deal brokered by President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. More from CBS News.
Well, it seems like Ukraine maybe got a better deal. And I say seems because key details haven't been made public just yet. But let me throw out one number to start this all off. $500 billion. And that it was the demand from Trump that Ukraine give the U.S. $500 billion, $500 billion here, in profits from the sale of its minerals. Zelensky, though, we know that he said that that was too much, so we might infer at least that that number is lower. Now, Trump had claimed the U.S. gave $350 billion in aid to Ukraine in the past 3 years, but a U.S. government watchdog has calculated that at something about half of that, $183 billion. All this to say is that we started out with $500 billion to $350 billion to $183 billion. The price tag for Ukraine has come down. And we know, Vlad, right, this is Trump's MO, his modus operandi, to start high and then to negotiate. The details still...
Now for a recap of the night's top headlines. First cohort of youth parliamentarians sworn in, senior MPs commit to mentoring them. Farmers on the Sister Isle still awaiting financial relief promised after Hurricane Beryl. Met Office issues advisory as Saharan dust affects Grenada. And PM tasked with CARICOM review of telecommunications. In regional news, GHRA warns against Guyana's involvement in U.S. deportation policy. While internationally, Ukraine PM says minerals deal agreed with U.S. In sports, countdown to the Charlie George Classic in full gear. Meet set for the weekend. And Windward Islands women fall to Barbados in Region Super 50. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again tomorrow night.